Greetings, fellow readers and story lovers, and welcome to a bit of a different video today, because I thought I'd go through my background with you today. So over here we have books, literary. I read literature. So at the very bottom, this one is a complete collection of all the works of William Shakespeare. Very fitting for this channel. Only his plays, not his sonnets. I have a different collection of his sonnets, which is only digitally. Then over the one above that is the complete works of Sherlock Holmes, so by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I actually think I bought these two together, like the same time I went to the bookstore, and I had to lump them all the way back home. Then above that is Through the Language Glass, which is by Guy Deutscher. It's a book on basically like linguistics, which is what I studied in addition to literary studies. And above that, Welsh Fairy Tales, Myths and Legends by Claire Ferris, which is a book that I got on my most recent trip to Wales. And then above that, Castles, A Very Peculiar History, because I am very much into castles. Whenever I go over to the UK, I always make sure to visit at least a few castles. And then above that, we have The Hounds of Baskervilles, which is, you know, again, a Sherlock Holmes story by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Also included in that book, but Hounds of Baskervilles is my favorite Sherlock Holmes story. So I'm probably going to do a video on that at some point in the future. And then, which this one I also got on my most recent trip through the UK, is like this panorama pops book of Stonehenge, which when you, sorry about the sound, try to edit it out. But like basically when you open it, it has like these 3D images of Stonehenge and like little bits here with the explanation of where, like how it was built, why it was built. They don't really know, by the way. It's just theories, because it was so long ago. Like this was already old when the Romans came to Britain. So nobody really knows why they built it, just that they built it, and that it took an awful lot of effort. Yeah, so that's the stack of books over there. Then over here we have The Welsh Dragon. Again, from my most recent trip to Wales, like it's the national symbol. And next to it, we have this little German dragon. There is a German castle called Drachenfels, which literally means Dragon Rock, which is where I got this. And also you can see it. Basically on this shelf is like trinkets I got from all of my travels around Europe. So over here, the Parliament, the buildings of Parliament with Big Ben over here. This one I got on my very first trip to London, which was a class trip. So we got on a bus, drove to London overnight, spent the day in London, then drove back overnight. Very exhausting. And these two I got on I think it was my most recent trip to London I think it was at Covent Garden. I think they are actually like little sharpeners on the bottom, but you know, like just classical London trinkets, souvenirs. I mean, basically this shelf, at least the part that you can see, is very London themed. Over here, the Tower Bridge. The Lego sets, or the parts that you can see, at least I think you can only see this one. There are more, actually, because the Lego sets, they are like a Christmas tradition I have with my brother. We gift each other Lego sets back and forth, and then we build them and send each other pictures of the finished product. Tower Bridge is, yeah, the only one you can see, But I do also, oh God, can I actually pick this up? I have the New York one. And the Singapore one. On the other shelf, which hidden by the books, is Paris, but I can't actually reach that from here. So you just have to trust me on that. Like I said, these aren't trinkets from travels, these are Christmas presents, but everything like city related, place related, that's actually from the actual place that it depicts. And then we have the wall of postcards, which I recently updated because of my trip to the UK. But the original ones were these three, plus that sign above, the bluish one. Those three all have like inspirational-ish quotes on them, like deep breath, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. Very wise words to live by. Falling down is part of life. Getting back up is living. And life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. And the one up top, the bluish sign, that's actually a German sign. Translated to English, it says, maybe I get lost on my way to work and end up at the ocean, which I am very tempted to do a lot of the time. Oh, and the pinkish one, there's also a German one, which I got from the local bookstore. It says, there are wines that get better with years, and then there are years that get only better with wine. Yeah, speaks for itself, doesn't it? And then the other ones are all like updated ones. That one depicts Aberystwyth, seaside town in Wales. And the grayish one that you can just about see up top, that's also Aberystwyth. And basically this one depicts the weather we had the evening we got there, like very cloudless sky, sun was shining, we watched the sunset by the beach. And then the next day we basically woke up and it was raining and gray and cloudy. So yeah, that's why I got those two postcards to basically match the aesthetic. Yeah, then over there, this one is from the city of Manchester. I got it at the John Rylands Library. Just, you know, I think it shows Manchester Cathedral. It might. I don't actually know. And this white one between all the original postcards, that's the skyline of Edinburgh. Yeah, then the plate and this postcard, those are of Vienna, which was, I think, my final class trip in school that I got those two. And just above, I can't actually see it because that's where the timer for my video recording is. That's Tintagel Castle. So again, also something I did on my very recent trip to the UK. I got a lot of this stuff from there. Most of it I was specifically planning to get to put on the wall because I did the trip after I recorded my first few videos. So yeah, this was all meant to go on the wall. And then over here, those are like not place-related postcards. I mean, this one just shows books, which I thought was very fitting. And then the one above that, the blue one, that actually says, I feel, therefore I am, which is obviously this variation of I think, therefore I am. Gosh, I should know the original Latin because I took Latin in school. I know it ends with ergo sum, which means therefore I am. Was it cognito? I think it was cognito ergo sum. I will look that up and blend in what it actually is. And yeah, this, whoa, yeah, knocked off Stonehenge. This is pretty much the trouble when you stack things precariously. The puzzle, not, like, I like it. I do puzzles in my free time, but this is basically just there to fill the space. And I thought this kind of like matched the vibe and the colors. And yes, the thing that I might actually replace it with, again, I have to put the microphone down because I can't actually reach it from here. Is this, can I actually show the entire thing? Yeah, this is a painting by Sir Joseph Noel Paton, who is a Scottish artist, and it depicts the quarrel of Oberon and Titania from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Currently I don't have a frame for it, so it just sits there in the back. Very Shakespeare related, obviously. And I was thinking of maybe replacing it, the puzzle, with that, but it's smaller than the puzzle, so I would have to give it a different frame and also probably find things to go around it. But yeah, that's, oh, I can't believe I almost forgot to talk about it. This is, again, the Welsh dragon on Welsh slate. This I got in Carnarvon, which is this kind of little tiny small town in North Wales, which has an amazing castle. It's one of the best reconstructed. It isn't, it didn't hold up from like the 13th century when it was built. It fell into disrepair in like but it fell into disrepair pretty late, like basically when nobody in the UK was interested in rebuilding their castles. And then it got funding, and I think that was in the 90s. I could look that up. Whenever I go to these castles, I always get these booklets that have all the information on the castles. So these were the three that we went to on our most recent trip: Tintagel Castle, which also has the postcard, Carnarvon Castle, which is where I got the Welsh slate dragon, and Scarborough Castle, which is where I will also show you this little guy. It's a bat, in case you couldn't tell. I've called him Vlad after Vlad Dracul, the inspiration for Dracula. So yeah, and yeah, like I said, I will look up the stats on Carnarvon Castle in my little booklet, because I'm actually pretty miffed that I can't remember it. That's my background. Hope you enjoyed this little tour of it, and yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, and comment down below. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. I also have a Patreon that you can subscribe to, starting at as little as $2 a month, which gives you early access to any of my videos. Higher tiers include access to exclusive Patreon-only content and the chance to suggest books, plays, or poems for any future analysis. For now, that is it from me, and I'll see you next time.